ghost that changed addresses. It's 3 in the morning. The house is silent. That complete, absolute silence you spent years dreaming about. No one is going to shout tonight. No one is going to slam a door, or correct the way you breathe, or remind you of everything you got wrong. You won. You got out. The silence is finally yours. So explain something to me. Why is it so loud? You cut contact a long time ago. Months. Maybe years. The person who turned your home into a courtroom is gone. Blocked, buried, moved across the country. It doesn't matter. They are not in this room. And yet, in the quiet, you can still hear them. Not the actual voice. Something worse. A voice that sounds like your own thoughts, but moves with their rhythm. Their cruelty. Their certainty that you are not quite enough. You believed the abuse ended when the person left. That's the story everyone tells you. Leave, and you'll be free. But nobody warned you about this moment, the one where you realize the judgment never stopped. They packed their bags and walked out the door. The voice stayed behind. It didn't leave with them. It changed addresses. It moved in. Tonight, we won't talk about how to forgive them. We won't talk about closure, or healing, or any of the bright words people hand you like a prescription. We're going to sit in this room together, at 3 in the morning, and ask a much harder question. If they're gone, who is still doing the judging? How you swallowed the voice. To understand how a voice from outside learned to speak from inside you, go back to when the danger was real. When you live with someone who attacks without warning, affection 1 hour, contempt the next, your mind does something quietly brilliant and quietly tragic. It learns to predict. It starts running the criticism before they can. If you tear yourself down first, the blow lands softer when it comes. If you already believe you're failing, their words can't surprise you. So you swallowed the voice. You took it inside, where you could control when it spoke, because a wound you give yourself hurts less than one you never see coming. Psychology gave this a name almost a century ago: identification with the aggressor. A person under threat begins to borrow the eyes of the one who threatens them. You learn to see yourself the way they saw you, because seeing yourself that way felt safer than being ambushed. Hear this clearly, because it's the part no one tells you. What you're living with now is not weakness. It is not a flaw in your character. It was armor. It kept you bracing for impact in a place where impact was guaranteed, the apology that leaves your mouth before you've done anything wrong, the constant self-correction, the flinch. That armor saved you. But here is the cruelty of it. The danger left. The armor didn't know how to leave with it. No one told the soldier the war was over, so he kept standing guard in an empty field, rifle still raised at a horizon where nothing was coming. It kept attacking, long after there was anything left to defend against. The internal courtroom. Picture a courtroom. Now picture that you go there every single day, without ever choosing to. You walk in each morning and the trial is already in session. There's a judge at the front, and the judge has a voice you know intimately, the voice of the person who is no longer in your life. The judge reads the charges. The way you handled that conversation. The thing you said 6 years ago. The fact that you rested, that you wanted something for yourself. Every count ends the same way: not enough. Never quite enough. And here is the unbearable detail. When you look up at the bench, then down at the defendant's chair, it's the same face. Yours. You are the one on trial. And you are the one holding the gavel. The person who hurt you handed you the robe before they left. They taught you the script so completely that you can now run the entire trial without them. You are the prosecutor, building the case. You are the witness, testifying to your own guilt. And you are the prisoner, waiting in a cell whose door, though you don't know it yet, has no lock. There's research that should unsettle you here. When you judge yourself harshly, your brain lights up the same regions it uses for real, external threat. Your body cannot tell the difference between a judge in the room and a judge in your head. To your nervous system, the attack is happening now. It is always happening now. So every day you show up. Every day you wait for the verdict that will finally clear you, the moment the judge says, "Enough, you've proven it, you can go." But what if that verdict was never coming? What if it was never the point? The accounting of fear. The trial doesn't stay in the courtroom. It follows you out into the world, and it keeps demanding the same thing it always wanted: evidence. Proof that you're worth keeping. And you'd be surprised where you go to submit it. You go to your money. Watch yourself the next time you try to spend something on yourself, not a bill, not a necessity, something that's only for you. There's a pause. Small, almost invisible. And in that pause a question rises up from somewhere old: do you really think you deserve that? The person who first planted that question is gone from your life. But the question survives them perfectly. For some, the voice makes you hoard, saving and saving, not toward a future you can picture, but as a wall against a punishment that may never come. Money becomes a breath held underwater. You can't enjoy it, because enjoying it means lowering your guard, and you learned long ago that lowering your guard is how you get hurt. There's a field called financial psychology, and it has a phrase for the beliefs we form young: money scripts. People raised under constant criticism, under control, grow into an anxious relationship with anything that means safety. It doesn't matter how much they actually have. The fear was never really about the number in the account. The fear is about the verdict. You're still trying to save up enough money, enough proof, enough safety, to finally be acquitted. But there's one question hidden in this account you've never asked out loud. The day the money becomes the proof that you're worth something, who, exactly, are you trying to convince? Buying to prove. So you buy something. The better version. The thing that, this time, will mean you've finally arrived. And for a moment, a real moment, don't let anyone tell you it isn't real, there's relief. The voice goes quiet. You look at the object and think, see. I'm doing fine. Look at what I have. Then, faster each time, the quiet ends. The object becomes ordinary. It joins the pile of things that were also supposed to be enough. And the voice clears its throat and resumes, as if nothing happened. This is the oldest trap there is. They call it the hedonic treadmill. We adapt to whatever we acquire, and the relief slides back down to where it began. But underneath the science is something this whole channel keeps circling back to. You were never buying the object. You were trying to become it. You were trying to buy your way into being a person who is finally allowed to rest. A person the voice would respect. You thought that if you could just hold the right thing in your hands, some of its worth would pass into you, that you could absorb the value of the object and finally have value yourself. The watch was never a watch. It was evidence. Exhibit A in your defense: look. I'm not what they said I was. And here is what no purchase has ever told you, and never will. The voice does not care what you own. You could fill this room to the ceiling and the verdict would not move an inch. It isn't waiting to be impressed. So if having everything still doesn't silence it, then the problem was never in what you're missing. The hole was never object-shaped at all. The noise you miss. Now the thing you've never admitted to anyone. The thing that, when it surfaces at 3 in the morning, fills you with a shame you can't explain. Sometimes, you miss it. Not the person. Not the cruelty. The noise. The intensity. The way the chaos made every day feel like it mattered, like you were someone surviving something, someone strong enough to endure. And now, in the quiet you fought so hard to win, there's a strange emptiness where the war used to be. Some part of you keeps listening for the storm. And when it doesn't come, you don't feel free. You feel lost. You think this means something is wrong with you. It doesn't. Your nervous system spent years tuned to a single setting, high alert. Tension and release, attack and affection, over and over, until your body wired itself around the cycle. When the cycle stopped, your body didn't feel peace. It felt the absence of the only signal it had ever organized itself around. That's why the silence can feel like danger. Why some part of you, against all reason, almost reaches for the conflict again, not out of love, but out of recognition. The chaos was terrible. But the chaos was also a mirror. In the middle of the storm, at least you knew who you were. You were the one who endured. So the silence asks you a question you've spent your whole life avoiding. If you take away the war, if there's no one left to fight, no one left to survive, who are you then? Maybe the real question was never how to defeat the voice. Maybe it's stranger than that. Why do you still take it so seriously? The question that dissolves the room. For years you fought the trial the only way you knew. You tried to win. You gathered evidence. You worked harder, achieved more, apologized faster, became kinder, became smaller, all to one day stand before the judge and finally hear, you were enough all along. But you cannot win a rigged trial by being a better defendant. The verdict was never the goal. A court like this doesn't exist to reach a conclusion. It exists to keep you in the room. And this is the turn, the one thing the voice will never tell you, because it's the one thing that ends it. The judge has no authority. None. The robe is a costume. The gavel is wood. The voice running your trial has exactly as much power as you keep paying it to have, and not 1 ounce more. The person who hurt you taught you the sentence. But every morning since they left, you have been the one signing it. Your hand. Your name. There are entire kinds of therapy built on this single realization. They don't try to defeat the inner critic. They don't argue with it or outshout it. They do something quieter and far more dangerous to it, they stop obeying. They learn to watch the thought arrive and let it pass, the way you'd watch a stranger cross the street. That's a thought I inherited. It is not a command. It is not the truth. What a person signs, a person can tear up. So a new possibility opens, terrifying in its simplicity. You don't have to win the trial. You don't have to lose it. You can simply stop showing up. But one last question waits at the door. The hardest of all. If you're going to walk out, forgive who? The second liberation. Everyone tells you healing ends in forgiveness. That you must forgive the person who hurt you, or carry them forever. Maybe that day comes for you. Maybe it doesn't, maybe you never feel a single drop of warmth toward them. And I want to tell you, plainly, that is allowed. That kind of forgiveness is not the door out of this room. There's a second liberation almost no one names. Quieter. Harder. It isn't forgiving the person who left. It's dismissing the judge you installed in their place. And here is the part that took me longest to understand. The forgiveness that actually frees you is not for the one who wounded you. It's for the one you became trying to survive them. For the version of you that learned to attack first, to expect the worst, to apologize for existing. That person was never broken. That person was doing their job, keeping you alive in a place that wasn't safe. You don't need to forgive them in some soft, sentimental way. You need to thank them, and quietly relieve them of duty. The danger is over. They can stand down now. The research here is unglamorous and clear. It isn't more self-judgment that loosens trauma's grip. It's less. It's meeting yourself with the ordinary decency you'd offer anyone who had lived through what you have. The cell has been open this whole time. No one is coming to release you, that was never going to happen, and waiting for it kept you seated. But you can stand, and step through the door yourself. Not as a triumph. Not with music swelling. Just with a kind of tired honesty. You've carried this long enough. So when the judge finally goes, what's left in the room? The rain without permission. It's 3 in the morning again. The same rain. The same silence that used to feel like a held breath. And the voice begins to speak. Of course it does. Voices that old don't simply disappear. It still knows your name. It still knows exactly where to press. But this time, you don't answer. You don't defend yourself. You don't gather evidence. You don't take your seat in the chair and prepare your case. You let it talk, the way you let rain fall. Without arguing. Without obeying. Without needing it to stop. It speaks into a room where no one is sitting in judgment anymore. And you notice something so quiet you nearly miss it. The silence stopped hurting. The emptiness you spent so long trying to fill, with money, with objects, with proof, with the noise of old wars, tonight it isn't a wound. It's just space. Room to breathe. The courtroom is still there. It may always be there. But you are not inside it. You're sitting by the window at 3 in the morning, listening to the rain come down. And for the first time, you don't ask anyone for permission to listen. You just listen. And it falls. And that is enough.